It's your girl Portia back in the garden. I'm just doing a real quick update on where I'm at with my spring seedlings. So as you could tell, I need to spray this down with a little bit more water to help germinate. But these right here are coming up pretty good. That looks like I have, what's back there? Cucumbers coming up, squashes coming up, melons coming up. Some of them you can't see, but I can see them pinching through the soil. Yay. This is one of my trays I have in my kitchen under a grow light, and I got a heat warming mat up underneath. In this tray, as you could tell, my jalapeno peppers are coming up. And I want to say a squash plant fell out because I didn't have squashes in here. It's actually supposed to be celery, and look what popped up. Celery normally takes about 14 to 18 days to germinate, so that's why they haven't came up yet. I am fighting a little mildew situation here. It doesn't hurt the plant or whatever. They still come through. It doesn't damage the plant. It is a little unpleasing to the eye, so I try to come through and scrape it off and then add more. That's why I left the soil there. Scrape it off and then add more soil on top of it. I try to put a fan in here and blow it every now and then. But it looks like it's only on the bottom ones. So maybe it's just not getting enough of the light. I might have to go ahead and move it outdoors. But let's go check out the ones outside. So I have a little cleaning up to do in the garden. I was out here all morning and I got so tired I just had to take a break. But as you can see, I have tomatoes and lettuce on this one. That's doing good. Hot peppers and romaine lettuce haven't came up yet. I don't know where these squash seeds dropped from, but maybe it's because when I had my daughter planting the seeds, she got them mixed up. But my sweet peppers, my green peppers ain't coming up, but my sweet peppers are coming up. My lavender, I'm here in zone 9B. I did a little experiment with the toilet paper holders, and it looks like some peas are coming up, carrots, more carrots. So this looks like peas and carrots, and those are two crops that doesn't like their roots played with. So with me planting those in the toilet paper paper towel rolls, I could just take the whole thing and put it in the ground when I'm ready for them without having to disturb their roots. Sweet onions trying to come up. I don't know if you can see it. You see them? So I did purple onions and sweet onions, and they are trying. You see, they're trying to come up. So I got the purple onions, the sweet onions, and the red onions. And you can tell they're just coming up through the soil. Last year I bought the bulbs of onions, and I got small heads. I got onions, but they were just small heads. So I wanted to try from seed this season. You can see my beets are coming up, and my cabbages is trying to come up. Now those cabbages I might have to put in a pot because what it is, 70 days to harvest, and that's going to intertwine with my spring herbs or my spring um, garden beds. Here's some more cucumbers. I don't know if this is a plant that's coming back from last season. I see it has buds on it, but I don't know if it's weeds or a plant. So I didn't pull it. I'm trying to see what it does for me so I can just figure out what it is. But you can definitely see my cucumbers coming up in that bed. And I have what is that? Sweet peppers. And you can see I'm piercing out the soil. And I have radishes, white radishes. And I'm just now seeing their true leaves, but I'm gonna give them about another couple of days before I plant them in the bed. So those in my garden, and so far everything seems to be doing better out here than under my grow light, as you can tell. So it looks like I have a greenhouse, but I'm using it for storage because everything I put in there, it dies and it never germinates, and I'm not sure why. But to be honest with you guys, I may just take the seedlings that's in my kitchen and harden them off first. Harden them off, just bring them out here for a couple of hours a day and take them back in for about a week and then just leave them out here. Because to be honest with you guys, all of them is using the same seed starting soil. They're all getting watered the same. When my temperatures get too low here, which they never do, but if the temperatures at night get too low, then I just take these and I bring them in the house and then I bring them right back out. So I think I can almost start my spring seedlings right here in my garden. And as you can tell, I put them where it gets the most sun at in my garden. Right now it's like what they consider the winter time, but this area gets at least 6 hours of sun. So that's why I placed them there. I have my strawberries growing. It's going to be my strawberry bag from now on. I grew strawberries in this bag last season and it did good. I think I just got the wrong strawberries. The strawberries I got fruit all at one time and then that was it. And I thought the plant was dead and I threw it away. That's my let's see what is this. So this is a variety where I should get at least 2 harvests, maybe 3 harvests within a year, spring, fall, and I might can get one during the winter times. Again, we don't get really cold here, but because I have it in a grow bag, I can move the bag wherever I need it to be. So if it's getting too much sun, I can move it somewhere else in the garden. If it's not getting enough sun, I can move it here. I put 2 strawberry plants inside because I know they get pretty big. The strawberry plants I purchased had runners on them, so I clipped the runners and stuck them in just to see what they do. I mean, I won't be upset if they don't do nothing. But then on the empty slots, I had put onion chives inside. They haven't came up yet. But onion, chives, and strawberries seems to be very great. This is mixed lettuce that I planted from seed in ground right here, and it's doing good. We just harvest some of it to feed my daughter's rabbit. But this right here is what my daughter planted from seed, and it's growing. I mean, it's not dead, but the leaves are not getting big for some reason. I'm not sure what is going on why her leaves are not getting big. So I think I'm gonna take this out the pot and put it in a raised bed and see what it does. So I don't know if you guys can remember or not, but if you go back to maybe my last video, my video before last. If you go back to my video before last, you'll see we had a fence up here. We went ahead and took the fence down. I'm so excited. We took the fence down. And if you guys can recall, I said that I was going to put a trellis over here so I can have, what did I say, watermelon? I'm not sure, but I wanted something to grow on a trellis over here. But now that I have made this space, I'm gonna make a small bed here, and I'm gonna use this big bed for my watermelons. So I'm gonna try watermelon and maybe some herbs in this big bed here, and leave that as that, and then start another bed and get a trellis here with this other bed, and then I could trellis like my beans and stuff. This bed right here, I think I want this bed to be my corn bed. Or you know what? I won't. This will be my peas and other tomatoes and lettuce and peas in this bed. I think I'm gonna make a bed for my corn, and I will have corn. I would do the three sisters: corn, squash, and my pole beans in this bed right here. Yes, I think that's what I would do for that. So this bed that I will build soon, before the spring anyway. Like I said, I just planted the seed, so it's going to be a while. I got a little minute. But I'm going to plant my corn, my three sisters here, and then I'll be able to start my watermelons here. These are the pots I am trying to get rid of. It might be a while. As you can tell, majority of them has turmeric and ginger in it, and those are like 8+ months that they need in there before I can harvest them. So it's going to be a while. I have some chives in here. This bed was carrots and some worm, I don't know what you call them. He came and ate up all my carrots. So I left it just like that. But as you can see, I got carrots trying to come back up. Look. Patience, y'all. Patience. I just left it alone and it's coming back up. Kohlrabies and ginger. Now I do believe my daughter just dropped the kohlrabies in there. I promise y'all she did. But it grew and I left it there. I do not remember putting kohlrabies in there. And then there are some more turmeric. This bed right here, I just planted golden potatoes and sweet potato slits in here. And up there is my garlic. I hope it comes back, but we will see. I told you I did some yard work this morning. So this was my orange tree that was on the front end of my backyard, and I moved it to the back. It does get at least 6 hours of sun. It's not sunny right now, that's why it doesn't look that way. But she does get at least 6 hours of sun. I dug a hole, I put bone meal in it. I watered it down really well before I put her in there, and then I soaked the ground once I put her in there. And I called myself mulching it, but I guess the wind done blew the leaves away from the stalk. But I moved her here. My butterfly garden is looking beautiful. I did plant some flowers from seed. So when they come up, I might stick them in this bed or I might stick them behind my raised beds. I'm really not sure, but I'm loving the look of my butterfly bed. Now here's a bed that I just planted all, what did I plant in here? Kohlrabies? Are they kohlrabies? Yeah, I don't remember. I want to say they're kohlrabies. Cabbage and kohlrabies, if I'm not mistaken. And they're doing pretty good. The chicken wire would not be the best advice to make a trellis, so I have to run to my big box store and get something to fix this. But I want the chicken wire to stand up like it's supposed to. So I'm not sure what I'm going to put here, to be honest with you, but I wanted to utilize my space in the garden. So whether it's beans or peas, what else? Some tomatoes can crawl, but I wanted to utilize this space. So I'm gonna go get some PVC pipe and see if I can lift that up so that can stand that way. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't look like it's getting any sun now because it's just not sunny at all. And I do have a nice oak tree too, but this area definitely gets 6+ hours of sun. So my goal is to be able to grow lettuce and tomatoes year round. Here during the summer times, I didn't grow nothing, you guys. It was so hot. It was so brutal. I didn't have any shade in my garden, which I just don't have shade in my garden. But most vegetables need 6 to 8 hours. My garden was getting 12 plus in one day. And the way the sun, the way the sun beams, my garden will probably only need 3 hours of this zone B sunlight because it's so strong. So my goal is to put trellises up not only to be able to harvest fruit all year long, but um, also to keep the sun from beaming so hard on my vegetables and fruits. I moved the basil, the Pasco basil. I moved her here. I think she's in a very good spot. She still smells good like I did with the orange tree. I dug the hole, I put bone meal, watered it, then put her in. And the reason why you water it is just to keep it from getting root shocked because you're pulling it from its comfort zone, lack of better words, and then you're removing it somewhere else. So just wetting the roots and keeping it um, from getting root shot while you transplant it somewhere else. This would be her forever home if she survives forever for me. She did get hit pretty hard when we had those 3 days of cold weather, but she's slowly trying to bounce back. So I moved it one more time, and we're gonna hope for the best. Sorry for the noise. A plane just flew over my head. So yes, you guys, very excited. Took a fence down, built a raised bed. My brassicas are still doing good. I'm a little worried about my cauliflower because it started off rough. Believe it or not, it was no leaves on my cauliflower at all. And I was going to pull it, but I didn't. And now it's bouncing back and they're standing up and I got leaves, but I believe that's like another 60, 70 days before I see anything on them. And like I said, I'm already trying to prep for my spring harvests or my spring garden beds. So let's just see how that goes. I'm hoping none of this stuff interferes with me planting for my springtime. That's one of the reasons why I went ahead and started from seeds. Because when you go to the local nursery, you get one plant for $6, and you transplant it into your garden, and it doesn't like it and it dies. There's your $6, and you don't have any fruit. So planting from seed, like what I did, was I planted multiple seeds of the same fruit and made a best man wins. The one or two or three, depends on what's coming up that I need, I will keep those and get rid of the rest of them. If I'm not mistaken, I have harvested all of my. Oh nope, talk too soon. I got one just coming in, but the rest of them I have already harvested. Some of them got side shoots. So of course I'll leave those because I can harvest those. My mustards are doing good. I have carrots that is doing good. My bunch and onion. I got some beets growing in here as well. And over here I have icicle radish in that bed. Over here, my cilantro went to seed on me. You can see the buds are still green. I'm gonna wait till. But this area was hot peppers, carrots, flowers, tomatoes. Then over here is supposed to be sweet peppers, banana peppers, which they got flowers on them. I'm so excited. Some of it even got fruit forming. I'm so excited. My kale, my celery. I just harvested some celery and chopped it up to freeze it to cook with. My Swiss chard, me and my daughter clipped some of that. I'm not a fan of dinosaur kale. I've been clipping it and eating it in salads and stuff, but I don't know, yeah, I don't like dinosaur kale. I'm not a fan of it. I don't think I will be growing any more dinosaur kale. It looks nice, but I don't know what to tell you. I'm not a fan. I got some chives, which I'm really thinking about going and pulling up my chives because I have the chives in like four of my beds, and maybe I should just pull one or two of them up and stick them in the strawberry bed. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. Those are my collard greens. They're doing good. My cherry tree is doing good. So yes, I can't wait for the springtime. Springtime here is March 20th. Is our springtime here. I'm not in any rush to plant these seeds. As you can tell, some coming up a lot faster than other ones. Um, I'm definitely going to wait till they get multiple true leaves, not just one or two true leaves, but just multiple true leaves. Because again, my beds are quite full right now, and I don't want to crowd anything or pull anything that I'm not ready to pull yet. I think I'm gonna make this a flower pot. At first it was celery, which did awesome, Then I put bush beans in here, which did awesome. And they're still producing beans. I mean, they still got flowers coming on them. But I really believe if any of my flowers that I planted from seed come up, I'm going to put them here. Since this is the porch, should I say, area, the sit down area of my garden, I just think it'll be nice to put flowers here. Now that I have trellises to trellis my beans and stuff. My purple broccoli is doing good. Look at my peas showing out in the wind. So yes, guys, let's get out there. Let's get this spring thing started. Cleaning up those beds, moving things around, seeing what did great last season and what didn't do good. I also wrote out my beds that I have a um, calendar book in the house, and I write what I planted out, what bed did good, what bed didn't do good. So I'm definitely excited about the springtime, so I can finally see all my ideas and master plans come to life. Oh, she has a flower or two on her. That's a tomato. So yes, come grow with me, guys. Go plant a seed. If you don't have patience, get a starter plant. They're a little expensive, but get a starter plant. Things are getting, not things, well, things are, but food is definitely getting extremely, extremely expensive if you want to look at it as an savings thing. It's getting very expensive. So, and I'll check y'all out on the next video.